What are 3 qualities you look for in a guy?
I need you to have pretty hands.
Okay. Hand model.
Don't bite your hands. No. And then a guy who makes me feel safe and is just loving. You must know the Lord.
You're kind, considerate, kind of in good dress sense. Like, know how to get dressed.
All right.
I want you guys to give me one word to describe the dating pool. Yeah, this era.
Just one word. Filthy.
Messy.
Okay.
Messy.
Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back. Welcome to WomanWizer with Ubuntu. This is the podcast where we share all things pertaining to life. We discuss, we divulge, we connect, and it's a safe space. Today, I have my trusted friends. Well, family friends. I want to say family friends. I just thought that they'd be a great addition to this topic that we're about to cover tonight. And I want them to actually introduce themselves. So I'm going to ask that they give their names, their spirit age, the same way you have a spirit animal, and what their favorite thing is about being a woman. I think I've got to go in. Cool. I mean, Miss Ma'am.
Hi guys, hi, my name is Flo. I am 25, turning 26 on the 30th of December.
ID, mama.
My spirit age, it's giving 30. It really is. It's giving...
Girl.
Why you say that?
It's giving mature.
Demure.
It's giving demure. It's giving very mindful, very cutesy. Spirit age, and what else did you ask?
What's your favorite thing about being a woman?
My favorite thing about being a woman, I think I really love how we get to, how we feel, like how deeply we feel, how deeply we express. I love that women are given the freedom to express themselves a little bit more in society, but I mean, topic for another day. But I love that part.
What she said. On to Miss Ma'am over here.
Alrighty, hi guys. I am Kamisa Mnyande, also known as Muntu's cousin. I am 27 years old, but my spirit age would be 24. I just feel like that's the age where I just like things stop for me. But like I resonate so much with that age. So I think that's my spirit age. And then
Favorite thing about being a woman?
I think I'd say I love how like multifaceted we are as women. Like, you know how they say that we wear different hats? So I think I just appreciate how we can take on different roles in our homes, in our jobs, in our friendships. And yeah, I think that's quite admirable.
Yes. Multifaceted. And as you guys know, I'm born to, I'm 27. My spirit age is 24 for sure. I think it's just like you're still youthful, but you got a little, maturity in you. And one of my favorite things about being a woman is how good clothes look on a woman. Like, it just,
True.
You can wear like a basketball aesthetic, you're looking fine.
Yeah.
You can do a corporate aesthetic, you're looking fine. Woman, like, being a woman is class. Anyway, I'm sure you guys are like buzzing to find out what we're going to be talking about today. So just FYI, guys, I don't give them any, I just give them the topic, just the topic, very broad. on what we're going to talk about today, but they don't know anything because I want this to be a conversation. And Ikumbule Nani, you're a part of the conversation. So get your phones ready, get those keypads nice and warm so that you can ask some questions and engage with our topic. And I'm Klanje. We are talking about Umjolo, guys.
Hey. Hey.
Jesus.
Are we the right ones to speak to?
No, you guys are perfect. You guys are perfect to speak to because why?
Actually.
You guys are women. You guys are women. I think you guys have great insight into what the dating space looks like today. And yeah, what it sort of feels like and is like for a young woman navigating in that space in today's age. So without further ado,
Oh, Lord.
All right.
I want you guys to give me one word to describe the dating pool. Yeah, this era.
Just one word. Filthy.
Oh, Bawa.
So now let me sip on that word.
Jadala, guys. It's not that bad.
She's not kidding. She's not lallering.
I think one word to describe today's dating pool. I think I like filthy. Messy.
Okay.
Messy.
So I think we can conclude today's dating pool is filthy and messy. All right? Filthy and messy.
Don't quote us.
It looks like a pool
Don't add me.
when spring has just sprung and it
you
was
guys see-
wintered.
When you see with the love of my life, don't add me.
That was the old me. That was the
I
old
don't
me.
mean that. I don't mean it, sweetie.
I'm not even gonna ask you guys why because that's y'all's opinions. That's what you're experiencing and you're valid. Yeah, you're
Hey,
valid.
Bawa.
I want to know if you guys think it's the same as your parents' era. Like, do you think there's anything different that's making it this messy, making it this filthy? Or do you think that our parents are going through the exact same thing?
I think they were going through the same thing. I just think, especially with things like social media now,
Yeah.
we just get to voice out more how we feel and the things we're experiencing. Whereas I think it was more shunned upon back in the day to speak, let's say, a woman speaking against men or saying trashy things about men, or even men speaking trashy things about women.
Yeah.
So I think we're just more outspoken in that sense, and like I think we tell it as it is. Like,
I think to add on to that
yeah.
point, I do think they went through the same things, but I think we go through more of the same things because of the level of access to people that we
Yeah.
have due to social media. So whereas they went through that maybe with a handful of people or like one person or two
Girl.
people, we're,
A plethora.
not that we're out here dating
Yeah.
like the world, but there's more access. I don't
Yeah,
know, like
true.
more people,
More
more
frogs.
options. And I think to some degree that might also make it harder, like having a wider pool to kind of choose from. It has its perks, but I also think a lot of people got married because they were in the same communities. A lot of people found people through closeness or like community or things like that. Whereas we have this mentality of throwing people away because there's 7 billion other people in the world. So like you don't, like people used to value keeping people because of communities, and we're more like, there's so many people, there's somebody else, I can replace you in a second, it doesn't matter.
I think also that thing of, because of social media again, that thing
Yeah.
of having to compare other relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Back then, as she was saying, if I just had this close knit of people and I know like a certain amount of people,
Yeah.
and I date this one person or whatever, I don't have much to compare it to.
Yeah.
But now I'm seeing in the UK, in France, in the US, in Joburg
Yeah.
in itself. And it's like, I like that. I wish
Yeah.
I had that. I wish blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they also like treasure things more than us.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Or
maybe.
held on to things.
Yes, yes,
more
yes, yes,
because
yes,
they
yes.
didn't have access to more.
Yeah.
And I don't know
Yeah.
if that's a good or a bad thing.
That's my thing. I was about to say, I feel like it's such a double-edged sword because in as much as you have more access, Ngokone, and you unable, rather have the ability to be like, okay, this is no longer serving me.
Yeah.
I'm not about to stick around this abusive or toxic environment.
Yes.
But then because you have that mindset, then you can nitpick at the smallest things
Yeah,
and things
true.
maybe that you could have lived with
Yeah.
or tolerate it a bit more.
And also, not everyone's perfect, and they don't teach us that in this society.
no
Like,
one is.
we're taught to throw away people. There, you have flaws. But like, I feel like our parents knew how to understand that, like, truly, people are going to disappoint you in life.
Yeah.
The people who love you are going to disappoint you.
Yeah.
People are not always going to live up to your expectations.
Yeah.
And so, you don't just throw away someone because they have a quality that you don't like. You know?
But I think, again, as what Muntu was saying, that whole double-edged sword thing,
Yeah.
in the same breath, one, I think Indiok Begazet and like settling was a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
And they stuck through
I think
abuse.
in both generations, there's it's a very like blurry and like thin line
Yeah.
as to which side you fall when you
Yeah.
either settle or like accept people's flaws, or you throw people away, or you just like, actually, I know my worth. I don't need this. Let me move on. So
now
it's tricky.
Now that we have the ability to look at both in retrospect, like now and back then, would you guys want to be like a Sophia Town princess in the 1920s going through this? Or are you fine now in 2024?
I'm good. Thank you. I'm okay.
The throwing culture is fine for me. Is what you're saying. I love it.
I mean, no, we're not saying that.
No, that's what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no, 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 we're not saying that. I just think
in the 1920s.
You know something that I think like scares me, and I don't know, like I don't know if this is a statement or a question, but I feel like, what if like you get to like, because you've been throwing away so many people, you've been dating so many people, you get to the point where you feel like, actually, I'm cool by myself. I don't need kids. I don't need. Don't you think like you can get to a point where you become so kind of desensitized to relationships,
100%.
as a result of all your experiences, or you become a bit cynical towards love, and it's just like, actually, I'm fine by myself, you know? Like, how far does the throwing away people go? Because if you throw away enough people, there's not going to be any people left.
Yeah.
I think that's
But
what you need to
then-
introspect.
But then you get people like Etta James. I think it's Etta James, nah? I think she's an actress.
Did she sing? Didn't she sing?
Oh, she sang. Someone in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
But back in the day, she was also like, a man serves a purpose in my life, and we keep it moving, you know? So I think in every generation, you're going to get that kind of person. It's going to be like, I'm a get grand, or I'm a cherry get grand. I want to be by myself. I want to just ride solo.
Yeah.
Where the majority is like, I'd like to have some body. I'd like to have a body by me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's about companionship.
Yes.
Simply. Like, I think but some of us, or most of us, crave companionship as much as we go through the hardships of dating or finding people to date. But that thing of having a companion, guys, I think we're made to just like be with someone, like be, together.
Togetherness forever.
Believe in it.
Okay, since we're on that topic, I want to know what your stances are on fast dating.
On what dating?
Fast dating.
What's
So,
that? Dating apps.
internet dating, yes, the apps, the DMs,
Not my thing.
Are you finding this
I'm
a
Miss
perk?
Patty LaBelle. I said I'm 30.
Take me to the 20s.
So like dating apps.
No.
Yeah, dating apps, DMing, what else? Yeah, those are the two, I think.
The digital dating era.
Yes.
Dating apps, nah.
No,
Nothing.
guys,
No.
I'm such a...
Why, guys?
I think I'm scared.
Swipe right.
I want
Swipe
the
left.
How I Met Your Mother story. I don't want it to be...
Like a nice
Oh,
meet
your
cute.
dad slid into my
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that's bad.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with
so
that.
the people who met
Yes.
their hubbies and wives on...
My boots led into my...
That's just
But I'm
not...
like, sometimes that is cute.
My,
Oh, shame.
do you know what it is, man? I want that. I was on the train and he looked at me and I looked at him and I just knew he was the love of my
That's
life.
it.
Although that is so
Dude, like
unrealistic.
picking groceries.
It doesn't
like,
have to be unrealistic.
picking a pineapple, and he was like, nah.
Or did you guys pick it at the same time?
Sweetie. And then you look each other's eyes and it's like
Maybe this is why I'm still single.
girl.
These girls are in the movie. I love it so much. But I honestly don't think that it's unattainable. Yeah, that's the right word, Nip. I don't think.
Yeah.
No. The way you guys are describing it, your guys is me.
A romantic movie.
And that's, I think it still can exist,
Yeah.
because you find that there are like-minded men out there who also want the same thing.
Yeah.
Just going about finding them.
Yeah. But I mean, to answer your question, it's not my thing. I've thought about dating apps.
Yeah.
But I think like just reviews that I've gotten from people who've been on dating apps, it just sounds like a huge distraction. Like for a lot. I don't think I've met like someone who has made a true connection over a dating app.
Okay.
Maybe like digitally it could be a thing of like someone knew someone who was mutual and they followed them on Instagram and then they like that.
Took it from there.
But like through like an actual app or whatever, like I'm not too sure. And maybe there are people out there. There probably are. There are tons of people. But like the sense that I get from it is that like you're breezing through people, man. Like and I don't like the thought of that personally. Like I feel like if you breeze through enough people, you become so desensitized to humaneness.
The actual
and
act
like
of
the
dating.
actual like what you're doing it for. Does that make sense?
I think I've watched too many crime documentaries.
Okay.
I was swindler.
So I was like,
Ako ban swindler.
hey. No.
Donna,
And I'm not saying it's
he had
safer.
to dance for his
Dude,
life.
and I'm not saying it's safer to meet someone face to face.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Pandemic
also
vibe, you know,
creeps.
there's a lot going on, but like, yeah, rather that. Like,
Nah.
yeah, no.
So guys, now I'm not going to tell you the areas that they live, but if you guys are interested, just
my
hop
God.
onto their Woolworths, you know. Go pick a pineapple. Could be the pineapple for
Go on
you.
a train, to Gautrain.
Go on a how train.
Oh, Sana. Please,
All right.
Bump
No,
into
guys.
me.
Girl.
I'm loving it so far. If you guys are also enjoying it, please do let us know in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe, to like, and comment. Okay. Now I have a question, ne? I think let me pose it to Flo. And then come, whenever you have follow-up questions, chime in, okay? But she's on the stand.
Oh,
So follow-up questions to her. Ne?
Yes, now I'm going to chip in, give that an
weakest link.
I'm scared about it. Period.
Basically now, this topic is expectations of a boyfriend,
Okay.
all right?
Okay.
So you understand now. And you're being questioned. Is he paying? Is he paying on the first date?
Yes.
So yes, why?
Truthfully,
Truthfully,
in my head,
safe space.
the person who initiates the date
Yeah.
is the person who's paying.
Okay.
I'm not gonna ask you on our first date. It's not
So
gonna
the probability is that
the probability
he's gonna pay because he's gonna
you're
have.
pursuing him first.
I hear you.
You're gonna be the one who's
naturally.
asking on the first date.
Okay.
And so therefore you're paying.
Okay.
It's not that I have an issue with paying. I'm just saying that like
Okay.
Yeah.
but also it's attractive, man.
Cause why, man?
Also, in my head again, logical reasons, right? This man that I'm going on a date with, right? I always aspire to kind of be with men who I find inspiring. Let me
Okay.
put it like that, right?
I need
So
to
you're
elaborate.
to some
Show me
degree,
how to spend the money.
to some
But money now,
guys, long term, like as in to some degree, you are either older than me or above me in career. You earn more.
Okay.
It should make sense for you to pay just because you earn more. Does that make sense?
So provider. I don't want to say the word. I
just
think
don't wanna say the
you're
word.
running away from it, but basically, okay,
No,
But
provider.
truthfully, it's
Yeah,
the truth. I think I believe in not okay. Hey, that's no. but yes, bottom line is you're paying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think let's give you a breather. I'm gonna jump
Ouch.
on and come understand right here. Your theme is expectations of a girlfriend.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you feel, or do you think it's okay for girlfriends to audition for the wife role in the relationship? So, as a girlfriend, are you cooking? Are you cleaning? And why?
Okay.
And truthfully,
Okay, so I think, honestly speaking,
Yeah.
right? Like the beginning stages of dating, I don't think auditioning should be something that we're doing at that point in time, right?
Yeah.
I think at a point where I've gotten to know you, right, and I'm like, okay, I think something could happen here, right? Then I feel like it'll be a very natural thing for me to want to, what's the word? Not provide, want to
Cater to you.
Cater.
cater to you. Yes, on that, cater to you. And
Okay, not like
Bana-
service, but you know.
and firstly, I don't think that I'm not in the early stages, right? So even if I like come over to your place,
Yeah.
in the early stages, I'm not going to be cooking and cleaning. I'm not going to do that. Nah.
Yeah.
Unless
host
yes, unless I'm like planning a date and go like, okay, no, I'm gonna cook you a 3-course meal. Don't. Then I'll cook for you.
Yeah.
But take guest yako. So for you to expect me, when what are you making when you're making dinner?
I think
when
expect is also
cleaning,
the
like,
hectic part.
Nah. But obviously, as time goes on, and I'm starting to gain feelings for you and whatever. Let's say one day I'm at your place or whatever, or at home, and then you're out, and I'm like, oh man, I can make dinner. Or I can see when it's a little bit dirty. I could clean because I'm like, I'm going to Lorna, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think at that it has to, it wouldn't be in the beginning stages, but as time goes by and I start to figure out how I feel towards you and I start to care for you more, even like love you, right?
Yeah.
Those things are going to come naturally naturally to me in terms of me doing that for you.
Yeah.
And I would want to do it for you because I feel like at that point, Namzo Komba, is providing for me in this sense. And it might not be, when I say provide, guys, like...
But
is that
as in, like, it's not like, pay for this, do this, and this, yes, nah?
Yeah.
And I feel like safe and don't, and things like that. I think at that point, you just want to do it. So, Lomda's making me happy, I want to make them happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's not even a thought. It's not like you feel like you're auditioning in the sense of the word. I'm just loving you.
yeah.
Okay, great. Because then my follow-up question to Flo was going to be and you agree with what Kam is saying, eh?
Yeah.
So if the girl is not necessarily expected to audition up at Aleni, then why is the guy expected to audition with payment?
I knew it was going there.
He's giving you insight on how he can provide for you, right? If you're to be a husband and all that good stuff. But he has to show you, is it not a balance of equality right here? Is it more so for me to do something, you gotta do it first? Like, is it that kind of dance?
With the guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
With the expectations of a boyfriend.
Because I'm not looking at you paying as an audition for whether or not you can provide for me.
Okay.
For me, personally. Like I said, in my head, the person who starts the date is going to do that. And like, I don't know, like I want to be pursued. And I don't know if that's weird. Or like but I want to be pursued by a man. So it's not coming from you auditioning for whether you can provide for me, whether you can pay for my nails, whether you can pay for my hair.
Yeah.
I can provide for myself. That's fine. I can pay for the date. That's
Yeah.
fine. If I bring
Don't
up the
get
date,
twisted.
I will pay for the
Yep.
date. That's okay. It's more just you're paying on the first date because you're the one that's pursuing me.
Yeah.
If I bring up the next date, I don't mind taking you out.
Yeah.
That's not an issue for me.
I don't mind the audition. I don't. Because he's also auditioning.
Okay.
So you want to be doing
So
the
you
cooking
wanna,
and
you
cleaning.
guys are auditioning for each other.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, but what does auditioning mean to you?
You're trying to see what kind of husband you're trying to be. So as a boyfriend, unjani, now I do not mind coming to your house in a pigsty. This is okay.
Chaza,
And like,
you know the
so
same
clean,
friend
ne?
that was judging me when
I'm also, I don't want to be with this person.
what are beginning
It could be
stages?
like 2 months into dating, right? And
wow.
maybe we've been
How
going
many
on
dates have you gone on?
maybe like 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Then I go see your place. It's a pigsty. I'm like, okay, Mchita. I don't mind cleaning, but it only if these last 5 dates you've been paying. Like for me, my hands won't itch to clean for you. if because kaloku siyakudla sobabini. Do you know what I mean? If sikudla sobabini, then it's cool. Then I don't have to clean for you. I don't have to cook for you because now I've been chipping in on dates. You know what I mean? But if he has been providing in that place the whole way, and like you say, I'll probably have my money, but Uti, no, I insist, I'll pay.
Yeah.
I guess I will
fair.
clean, I will cook for you, but I'm not doing the dishes.
Why is that the limit? Why is that the
I
limit
just
out of
feel
all
like
the things?
for this meal to be so tasty, I need to put in all my efforts, So now I can't
and clean.
halve my efforts with meal and then also have to wash the dishes afterwards.
So, but then I have a question for you, right? So, is this when you're saying like you guys are auditioning together, right?
Yeah.
So you're auditioning with the cooking and cleaning, he's auditioning with the paying.
Yeah.
Is this you saying you believe in the traditional kind of
Gender roles.
or because that's what your then audition is based on, I guess.
Yes.
Because now I'm also
Very
thinking like
stereotypical.
I think I agree with you too. Like I get you in the sense of like if he's gonna be paying the whole time, then for me you also have to bring what you're bringing to the table, right? So I guess it's a matter of who's bringing to the table. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bring cleaning services to the table.
Alright.
Maybe it's like subjective to each and every person.
100%.
Each and every person.
And I
Yeah.
think I'm also speaking hyperbolically. Hyperbolically, because I think with my relationship that I have now,
Yeah.
we are quite on a striving to be an equal basis, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
But obviously where someone is stronger, the other person needs to pick up in another domain.
Yes.
You know?
And that's how it should work.
Yeah. So I'm finding that I am a modern woman, but then the traditional roles do step in sometimes, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Because I can pay. I just want you to do it.
Yes.
And it would be great if you do it all the time.
Yes. And we also need
I'm
to
not gonna
see-
lie
I
and
would
say it's
love
not
that.
attractive.
Yes, but
I'm not gonna lie and say it's not attractive. And I will calm down and do the cooking and the cleaning.
Submissive,
I have no
Zana.
issue with that. I
But
really
also,
don't.
he must also be a umjita that knows how to sweep
Yeah.
and mop.
Ewe.
You know?
Like, there mustn't be a thing of, oh, I didn't eat today because I'm
strictly
Sorry.
So babili sisuke
What?
emsebenzini. We coming from
Yeah,
the
no,
work,
no.
and you're sitting there like,
No.
yeah.
I think also Lando I think you mentioned the whole thing of like, oh no, if you're stronger with your person,
Yeah.
if you're strong in 1 month or whatever, you'll take care of this. Or if he's stronger
Yeah.
in this month, he'll take care of this. And I think Lando, as much as me and Flo were speaking about the whole thing, we would love to be taken care of and be provided
Yeah.
for. I think in this day and age, guys, this economy, like if we're being realistic, there's certain things like for the average male that we meet, because we don't know, we might not meet who's some millionaire, billionaire, has
Average
this and this
male in
going.
corporate.
An average male in corporate who's doing well for himself,
Yeah.
but they might not be able to provide for you in the movie-like sense or the dream-like sense, right? So I think that's when Tina as women sometimes need to come back to ourselves. Come okay. I can see where up and don't and stuff like that, but I also need to pull my weight. Like for this to be a partnership,
Yeah.
and that's what we're trying to build, a partnership and a bond going forward, then we do need a thing of somewhat of a balance. And like balance is not 50-50.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
And I think
If you're 80 and I'm 20, who?
Definitely right
If
with
you're
that.
70 and I'm 30,
Which is why I'm saying,
80 and you're 20, you know what I mean?
logically, if
Yeah.
you're the guy and you earn more,
Yeah.
balance is not 50-50. It can't be that. There has to be a balance somewhere.
Yeah.
That's just financially, obviously. There's other
Emotional,
facets of
relationships,
relationships.
balance.
I'm probably stronger there with the emotions than you
Yeah.
are. And like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we need to recognize each's part for what it is.
Who knew that there was math in
English.
dating?
Really?
Who knew? Okay, you're still on the stand, Miss Ma'am.
Okay.
Let me give you one more question of expectations of a boyfriend.
I don't trust this question. I should be smiling.
How long are y'all dating till he has to pop the question, or till you'd like for him to pop the question?
Yo, do you know what?
Just answer
I think it depends on truthfully
Truthfully.
for me. I think it's very personalized though to my
Yeah.
goals. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie. So if I meet him now, I think I'd be okay waiting 2.5 years even.
Okay.
Because I'm still in a period of my career where I'm trying to achieve certain things before I get married. And I think I think the things that I want to achieve before I get married, I think they're fair. So I don't need to get married within the next year or so or whatever. I'm not in a rush to do that. So really, for me, my timeline, the next 2 to 3 years is when I see myself, actually even 3 years, is when I see myself getting married. And so that depends on when I meet him, I guess, within the next 3 years.
So does it stay 3 years, or does it then shift with, let's say you meet him in a year and a half, then does it become a
push
year and a
again.
half till he proposes, or can you push it to 3 years again?
I think I've already met my husband now, but we're not gonna...
Oh my God. LOL,
I am playing. I think it might shift. Like, if, for example, if I meet him in the next year and a half, then maybe, let's say standard like 2 years
Okay.
of dating.
I think that's also enough time to get to know the person
Yeah,
as well.
I think 2 years of dating, and then it's like, okay, what's up, dude? What's going on here?
What's that?
What are
People
we
get
doing?
married after 6 weeks. You guys know that.
For me,
6 weeks.
and that to me is a lot. But
You
again,
know what?
if the Lord tells you,
To each his own.
the Lord
To each
tells
their
you
own.
that's your spouse and you must get married now, you're gonna say no.
That's why when Jesus
No,
says
nobody can.
Tisatini.
yes. When Jesus says 6 weeks.
And he says, girl, that's your man.
Okay.
That's your man.
So
Then that's
2.5 years. I'm loving
Two,
this.
2.5, yeah. I think that's
Stunning.
my time parameter.
Cute dog. Cute dog. What is a good girlfriend in your opinion?
Jesus.
Huh?
What is a good girlfriend in your opinion?
Oh my God.
Ooh.
That's very like broad question.
Yeah,
though.
no. In your opinion. Yeah,
What's a good girlfriend?
yes.
Oh damn.
Just describe yourself. Come on now.
Do you know what it is, man? This is such an interesting question. Because
I love that.
I never look at relationships and think
Of myself.
of the girl.
Oh, true.
Like,
true.
Oh, she's a good girlfriend. I always look at relationships and look and think, oh, that's a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never think about what is a good girlfriend.
That's introspection. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna answer it in the sense of like, what's a good partner?
Okay.
It's the best way because I feel like it applies
Both
to
ways.
both a boyfriend and a girlfriend. I think a good girlfriend / partner is, a person. I mean, obviously, a person who has love, a person who's considerate. I think I'm talking about characteristics now. A person who's considerate, a person who is kind, a person who. What can I move on to? A person who. It doesn't have to compassionate. It doesn't have to be like the highest sort of emotional intelligence, but somewhere
needs to
there.
be there.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Because
there.
the fights are gonna
Literally.
be there.
Yeah.
So a good amount of emotional intelligence. A person who. Why am I feel like I'm describing my perfect partner? A person who's like family
Kind of we mirror each other.
orientated.
That's fair.
What else? Nah, I'm trying to think.
Does she have to be funny? Because they say you don't have to be funny as long as you're pretty.
No, I think you have to be funny. A good sense of humor is very vital. I think it's vital.
I think so too.
What else? Nah. A person who's accountable. A person who knows how to show love to their partner. A person who, I think, under of like even love languages, right?
Yeah.
Not only focusing on your own love languages, but focusing on your partner's love languages. But now, okay, this is how they receive love. Okay, this is how they give love. Let's see if these things match. Okay, where a certain person should adjust
Yeah.
or try and meet the other person halfway or anything like that. I'm trying to think. I don't want to think of like monetary stuff. Like, I'm like,
you've
are we thinking
nailed
about
it.
that?
No, you've nailed it.
I
Okay.
think so
We're
too.
not
I
going
think
to
you've
that, ne?
built the perfect,
Yeah,
well, not
perfect
perfect,
partner.
Not perfect, just like a outline.
quite an ideal. Now I think that's a good girlfriend.
I also think so.
Yeah.
I think like
Very important point. Sorry.
it's okay.
I think, I love this point. Someone who's not scared to grow. Like, and also not scared, but also willing to grow.
Yeah.
And not be stuck in, because I'm like this, you must automatically understand that Kamisa unje.
Yeah.
Don't. So I must know that. As Kamisa, I know that I've been like this, let's say, for my 27 years of life.
Yeah.
But I'm open to learning. I'm open to adapting. I'm obviously not going to change the core of who I am.
Yeah.
But there's so much more to learn in the world, and even with my partner, so
Yeah.
much to learn about them and how to navigate life with them.
With them.
Because I haven't experienced enough of a relationship or whatever in general to be like, deep was I know what a perfect girlfriend is. I know what this is. Like, I need to be open to learn and just like want to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think when I was still dating Ulonda, I really struggled on trying to figure out what the ideal partner for him should be. Because I was still quite inward still. And judging him, like how you saying, I had that view of how the man should be. and I was pointing the fingers. And then when it was time for the fingers to get pointed back at me, it was so hard of a pill to swallow, guys, because you had to really do introspection and be like, oh my gosh, I'm actually not as great a person as I thought I was.
Yeah.
I think it's not easy.
And that is a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I think that's one thing, like, from previous relationships or after you leave relationships, and then, like, you have to, like, look back and see that, oh, okay, I'm actually not as great as I thought I was. I have this flaw. I have that
things
flaw.
I need to work on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not easy, guys.
That is uncomfortable.
Please do let us know, what is your sort of growing pain that you had to experience when entering a relationship? Something that maybe your ex told you when you guys were parting ways that's been stuck in your mind, like, I'm just a bit right. Sis was telling the truth. Please let us know in the comment section. Are you guys having a good time?
Having a great time.
Soldiering
This
through.
is nice.
No, you guys are officially off the stand.
Oh, the hot seat was getting hot. I was like, where are we going with
I
this?
keep doing this. I'm like, okay, what's next? What's next?
As a judge, y'all are acquitted. I think that's the right word to use, acquitted. You know what?
Okay, it's okay.
It is what it is. It is what
We
it is.
get you.
So you mentioned this before about the guy having to be older than you. So I want to actually dive into this as a topic, right?
Yeah.
The effect of an age gap. I want to
Hey.
know, what age gap is too big?
Okay.
Now, this could be for you personally or just one you see out there. I want to go back, like you guys are taking it way too far.
Is this up or down?
Either
Both ways.
Yes.
Personally, up. I can't go further than... I can't go... Personally.
Yeah. Me.
Me. I can't go further than 5. And that's because I have a young family.
Okay.
So it becomes very awkward if I go above 5 because now I'm soldiering into my aunt's
Yeah.
age mates.
Your aunt's friend, that's it. You and your man and your aunt.
And it's not just like, obviously fine, it's gonna soldier into my aunt's age groups now. But then I also think about my dad. And like...
And Hamsam is a sub 7 years age gap.
Oh.
Okay, no, I'm exaggerating. Maybe like a 10, 12 year
Yeah,
age
like
gap.
if I go over 10, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It gets a bit awkward. So for me personally, I can't go above. I don't think I can go above 5. Well, I can, but like it might be very delicate. Younger, I don't... Actually,
Girl. Think about what you're gonna say.
Actually, that's a whole nother question entirely. I was gonna ask, Emily, would you date younger? I think let's get that one out the way. Would you guys date younger?
Let me just have a
know
little
what it
sip,
is?
a little sip. Come on, quick.
do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
I think I can't go younger than a year.
Okay. What about 13 months?
Are you serious? I still got to.
Maybe not.
Do you know what? Like guys. Like I
That's
think
fair.
about younger men and I think, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But then
You get
these
you get
little
the-
boys out here, it's a bit awkward. Like you can't never say never. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because who's to say that like you're not gonna grow into like that baby girl in her 30s who's
Yeah.
completely okay with being a cougar. I don't like to rule things out in life.
Because you never
only
know.
get one
so
life.
You can't confirm life.
You can't confirm.
and what if his
can't.
spirit age is 50?
Oh my god.
What if,
Girl, I get you.
Would you date younger?
Okay. Let's start here.
Okay.
do you know what it is?
So, do you know what it is?
What happened was
Here's the thing.
what is this?
Like growing up, right? I mean, I'm still growing up, but like, I've always been like, yo, I'll never be with a younger guy because like their mentality, and like, I mean, it's a biological thing, not physical, biological thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
That a man's brain or men mature slower than women, right? So I've always been like, yeah, I already struggle with ones who are my age in terms of maturity for some of them.
Even older ones.
Even older.
Because
don't
they
even
are some
start, sweetie.
30-year-old men out
Don't
here.
even start. So And then I'll be like, a younger person, I just don't know how that would work. And
then what had happened was...
And then, life, because, life lives.
Life lives.
Happens, life lives.
Yeah.
And I was, how do I put this? Exposed to a person who was younger than me. Like, exposed... No.
But the radiation... Not exposed.
No, as in exposed in the sense of...
Introduced?
Yes, cool.
A light was shone on
Yes.
you.
Exposed.
Yes, they say that, no? To...
Became a little bit brighter.
Yeah, to someone who was younger, ne? And like, the youngness was not 1 year. Because even at 1 year, I would always be like, oh my gosh, 1 year is such a baby. Oh my goodness, I could never. And this person was more than a year older than me, right? But
13
much
months.
More. 13 months.
Okay.
18 months.
Okay.
I'm like, let me just skip that part.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It
and
doesn't
then...
matter how young he was. What matters is he was younger.
But he was
Yes.
of age and legal and everything.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Girl.
We need to say
Girl.
something. We need to put
Stop.
them out there. Okay.
So yes, no, definitely that. So I think with him, right, I'm not gonna delve too much into it, but there were certain things I was like, okay, like maybe
Perhaps.
I could see, maybe there could be
Yeah.
a future here or something that could
Yeah.
happen, right? But then
Get those twangs
But
of
then,
PG-13.
and I have a question
not
for
even
you, Kat.
PG-13.
I have a question
But
for
I
you,
think like
friend.
and like even, and I think I'm only gonna say this because it was said to that person, but like Umtu needs to grow, and then I've also grown in my own right, like
Yeah.
as a 27, like I've changed as I've grown every single year.
Yes.
So I can't fault that person too much and be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you're this young, blah 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 blah. That's why you maybe do this or do this, right? I can't do that. This person still has to grow, right? So I think at that point it's just a thing of you then decide if can I
Stick through the
stick
growth.
through this
Yeah.
and stick through the growth.
Yeah.
Is that something that I personally want, or is it
Yeah.
something that I don't want? And I think that's
I
where
was
the big
gonna-
question
I was going to
lies.
ask you that.
Yeah.
To say that, like, I think maybe there has been experience where you speak to like a younger guy or whatever, and he's a decent gent, but you can still tell that there's some growing that needs to be done here.
And fair enough.
And it's,
Yeah.
but like to some degree, it's drastic growth.
Yeah.
Like you need to be single and grow up. You know what I mean? And so then that then begs the question, can I actually do a younger man?
True.
Because I can see the potential, you're attractive, you're cool, whatever. But then like my experience was
True.
like, same. You need
Yeah.
to grow.
Yeah.
And I need to leave you alone because you need to grow.
True.
And like you see the future, but then like what? Like maybe that's what I'm saying, like you can't rule it off.
Yeah.
Because maybe you'll do a younger man when I'm 35 and he's 30.
And that's different. I think that's a difference though.
But
Because let's say
not 35 and 30, maybe
yes,
35 and
32,
32, 33.
33.
perhaps, yeah.
13
but
months.
then you're younger than me, but you are grown. You
And
are
you're
a grown
matured.
man.
Yes. Ooh.
So at
yes,
this point,
100%.
I don't
You
think I
are
can do
still
a younger
young.
man now.
Yeah.
Because I'm still young. And if you're younger than me, you're young. But like, if I'm 40
True.
and you're like 39, 38,
Even
37.
37 even, you're a grown man.
100%.
Like, the level of growth you need to do at that age is not as drastic as it is
When you're in your 20s.
versus me being 27 and you
Yeah.
being like 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of
So-
life experiences that still need to be
Yeah.
experienced.
That
today.
sounds a little bit pedophilic though. But
How, sweetie?
I used it with my experience, Nam, when I was still dating. This was my first relationship.
yeah.
Even though we're both 19, guys, it did feel like I was dating a younger guy.
Yeah.
So I think with my question here, with this question, I would say if I was single, I don't think I'd be able to do younger or even my age.
I get that.
And I remember, so he would get pocket money. Oh, it sounds so bad now, but he would get pocket money from both parents, right?
Yeah.
And the month wouldn't even finish, guys. We get 2 weeks into the month, and then he doesn't have money anymore. And I'm like, I don't even get money from either parent. So I'm trying to figure out how
What are you
that money
doing?
can just disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there I was having to like sort out his books. I was his bookkeeper. I said, no, this can't be my life.
Mothering.
Dude. Literally.
At 19. I was like, this can't be my life. So I think there are those aspects, like you guys are saying, where even though here you might be well above your age in terms of maturity, there's just some things that might just come through like a quick, and you're like,
then it's like, ooh,
what's that?
Ghana, you're 25. Yeah.
And then you also get that stereotypical attractive trait, you want someone to provide, you want someone to lead.
Yes.
And then, like, how could you do that?
How do you get that from? And you're right. You're right.
How could you?
You're right.
Hey, but we've seen that there are some amazing couples out there who have the age gap of
Shout out to
many years,
y'all.
guys.
Shout out to y'all.
There are those outliers out there of men who just excel in terms of the maturity and how they connect with the partners. True. Guys, so let's go back. Come, what age gap is too big?
Moving up. I think anything above.
Why are you so nervous?
I'm not nervous, no. Anything above 10 years is too much for me.
Okay.
Yeah, anything above 10 years.
I get that.
Because I'm like 27, 37.
Yeah, he's knocking.
Yeah.
He's knocking.
Knocking on 40. I think maybe now that I'm older, maybe like 8. Because like when I was 25, I could still say 10 years.
Yeah.
Like you're a 35-year-old man and whatever. But I think the most would be 10.
Okay.
I get that.
Yeah,
I think there's still
most.
some similarities and there's still some
10.
things you guys can connect on.
Some.
Yeah.
Some. There's a point where it gets a little bit like...
But the thing is, then the problem is meeting, let's say I do connect with this person, it mustn't be because they're immature and they're childlike and that's why they can like get along with me in a sense. Like it shouldn't be that. Like, don't be a childish grown man.
Yeah.
I think even then, like if you're 37-year-old grown man and you're childish, man. Like there's no understanding. Like as you'd give a 25-year-old or 26-year-old who's younger than you.
Yes.
I'm not gonna give you the same amount of understanding if you're a 37-year-old man.
And now you understand.
Like
when I had the age mate Saudi Nyala, what were you doing? Like where were you?
Forever the bridegroom.
Because your boys are married. Your boys are in
no
stable
judgment, though, guys.
relationships.
No judgment.
No judgment whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
get
hear
you.
you.
Yeah.
I hear you, chat.
I think perfect would be like a good like 3, 2, like 7.
3 to 7. Yeah?
3 to 7. I can get behind that.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 for me.
Duh.
Okay.
Okay. And I think we even covered the other one because I was going to ask, does age equal maturity? But I think we've touched on that beautifully with dating younger. What are your lady precautions before a date? Again, we're living in one of the biggest gender-based violent crime areas in the world. And I fetched that one. And in as much as we're talking about dating, this is also something that is quite rife when it comes to this topic. So just also a piece of advice to the ladies out there. Like, what is your checklist?
Precautionary.
Before you go on a
What
date.
does that mean?
So, like, for example, I remember when I was still in varsity, my friend would come out of res with me and she would take a picture of the,
Okay, I get you.
either the Uber or the guy's, if he's fetching me, the guy's number plate.
Yeah.
Or a kaka.
I've truthfully never been in a situation where I'm going out with a man that
No one knows. Yeah.
Okay, so all you have to do is, I'm going with this person. Someone will
Also,
know.
all my friends have me on Find My. So
Same
they'll know. Like, you'll know Kamisa will know if I'm going on a date. You'll know if I'm going on a date.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's just a matter of checking my location. But, like, it's never been a thing of, like, my friends are completely unaware of where I'm going and who.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I've never had that.
Yeah, I think I'm also the same in the sense of people have me on Find My Friends.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll probably be a handful of people
Yeah.
who know where I'm going if I am going on that date and who I'm going with
it is.
specifically. What else? I think that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Do you
And
do
maybe
that, like,
maybe
bathroom
even, and maybe
check-in?
even giving someone one person that person's number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like this is their number.
Yeah.
Then
Nice.
So they know who it is.
yeah.
So you guys have the checklist, right? Let's all update our checklists. Find My. Do Androids have that? Let us know if Androids have Find My Friends. Oh, what an
You guys have that.
statement.
No.
Find my friends, find my Samsung, find my
Live
Android.
location on WhatsApp.
Live
Live location on
on
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Share for the whole day
Yeah.
with your
Take a
friends.
picture of that number plate if someone's coming to fetch you. Also, just so it can be tracked if the worst happens.
Yeah.
I also would like to do. I would also English. I also liked calling people midday. So I'm gonna have a bathroom break. And I'll be like, "What's going on? What's going on? Oh,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine." So that they know
Okay.
when
Yeah.
I last
That's
spoke
good,
to
I
this
hear that, I
person
hear you.
midway.
I get
yabo.
you.
As well as people knowing where you're going and with who.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Checklist complete.
Literally.
And the last one, now we are building a little profile. I know you guys don't like no dating apps, but
Sana,
we're building a
God,
mini
this is not-
profile.
Oh, Lord.
What are 3 qualities you look for in a guy?
3 qualities.
Yes. And one has to be shallow base, like one has to be physical.
Wow.
One, kind, considerate, shallow.
What is it? He has to be shallow.
No, I'm thinking of the shallow one.
Hello.
I would want to say, I don't want to say the provider thing, but I think I've been in senses where I am in a bit of financial sense. So, a shallow one.
It's okay. If you want the money, do you want the money? Do you know? She doesn't want the Casa stereotype to follow.
Girl, this is on live television. Live television.
What you say or do will be held against you.
Oh.
Can I think of the shallow one?
Okay.
I'll think about it.
3 qualities I look for in a guy. You must know the Lord.
Yo, when does it go?
Where goes the church?
I'm looking at you.
Yes.
You must know Jesus. You must know the Lord.
That's my number 1.
Or at least be on a journey of some sorts of like knowing what grounds you, what's going on with you, and God,
Yeah.
at the very least. That, and I think truthfully from that flows kind of a lot of your character for me. But yeah, a guy who makes me feel safe and is just loving. And then the shallow one, I need you to have pretty hands.
Okay. Hand model.
Don't bite your hands. No. And then
So,
the hair thing.
yep.
Preaching.
I don't think I can do you having hair. So Future
short.
husband.
Short hair.
Shorter
Just
hair.
go.
You can have a fade. Just not like
Dreads.
yeah. No hate to the men with the hair. But
They don't
yeah.
want to be basing each other's scalps.
Do you see how much hair I have on my head? Our hair day combined is going to be a bit much.
Okay.
Yeah. But like very shallow. Like I'm playing. I'm not gonna.
I think I
like,
did have
deny
my
the love of
shallow
my
one.
life.
Hit it.
Something's not that shallow, but like having a good dress sense. Like, know how, like, know how to get dressed. I mean, not get dressed, but like,
Don't have red shoes on.
don't like, let's pull my, like,
Yeah.
like, like I still want, I want to be attracted to you. Don't dress in something. I'm just like, obviously we have our off days and we're now with the tight, oversized t-shirt, clear, is like a dog. That's fine. Like you have your off days, but like as a person,
You must be
I
able to
think-
show up when it's time
I
to show
think
up.
That well-dressed guy.
yes,
You must be able to
Yes.
show up when it's time
Yes.
to show
Say
up.
less.
Yeah.
He's got to be kind. And not just to me, to
Yep.
people in the
Yeah.
service industry.
Yep.
Love that.
He has got to be considerate, right? So some Mother Teresa-esque. Compassionate.
Father Teresa.
Father
Teresa.
Teresa. And beautiful eyebrows. You gotta be giving me the how you doing, like
Cute.
yeah.
Cute.
Nice teeth.
Guys,
Guys,
Nice
that list
teeth.
could go on and on
Go on
and on and on and on.
And you know how like when men have hair, like their hair just grows fully.
It's unfair how
It's
long their
so
lashes are.
unfair.
It's like the eyebrows.
Men have such pretty like
Eyebrows.
hair. Like
And
it's just
Nasaba,
like,
you must
and it looks like so
always.
soft. Ay man.
We're gonna go
Anyways.
on and on. So I think let's end it right there. That marks the end of this amazing episode. I hope you guys really enjoyed. This was Dating on WomanWizer with Flo and Clam and myself. I really hope you guys had a blast. Please make sure to keep commenting. Let's keep the conversation going on the socials. And let me know about your dating life. Mklambi, your loved one could be in the comments. You
Hey.
never know.
Sound
You
good.
never
You never
know.
know.
WomanWizer could be a matchmaking service. But yes, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you next time. Let's say bye.
Bye.